Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo. What's good with it? It's the homie Mac. Music, art, culture, knowledge. Each one teach one, peace and love. Reporting live from the Dogon. You know what it is. Real quick, thumbs up, give me the likes. Thumbs up, give me the likes. I am, you know, things have been pretty lit, turnt, what have you, concerning the whole Ed Reed situation. Let me say this. I think what Ed Reed said was right and exact. I stand in agreement with him as far as faulty administration, as far as living conditions, as far as funding, misappropriation of funds, just institutional infrastructure, the bureaucracy of a lot of HBCUs. It's messed up. It's messed up. I have no issue with what he said again. My issue was I just thought there could have been more couth, more discretion with that. Like, from my understanding, he was hired in principle. He was not even contractually bound yet. Didn't receive a check yet. You know, and he put the school on blast. Somebody said what he said is actually bigger than BCU. It's BCU being Bethune-Cookman. It's bigger than it's bigger than this whole spectacle. And I get it. He's bringing attention to HBCUs. He's magnifying the point that things need to be changed. That there are, upkeep needs to take place, maintenance. I get it. But my thing is, you don't air out family business to the public. I'm sorry. Like, that should have been an in-house conversation. And my thing is, I don't think the solution is bashing HBCUs. I don't think, keep repetitively saying we got to do better. That's cool, but we need to roll out a plan. My thing is, I feel like collectively, Black people, we do not love or trust one another enough to put our biases aside, our differences aside, and build. What frustrates me is people want to act like we became this way on our own. We didn't. There's this government, from the Homestead Act to Jim Crow laws to just various policies, we have been intentionally held back. We have been trying to run this race with our arms tied behind our back, without shoes, without socks on. And it's like, I just don't think the answer is putting each other on blast. We need to heal. I don't know how many generations it's going to take for this healing to manifest, but victim blaming is not the answer. Yes, there are, Judases and HBCUs. There are people who claim to be for Black people in HBCUs, but they're not. So what I'm saying is this: if you love Black people as much as you say, if you are so pro-Black and you want to build with Black people, then do it. The like-minded Black people, we need to get together and build. The people that are on some BS, we got to put them to the side. But I'm just tired. Like, I'm about to be 40. And some of the conversations I've been hearing people have in regard to this Ed Reed situation are conversations that I was hearing when I was 8 years old. So that's over 30-something years that have passed by. We need to come up with working solutions. Reparations, I'm sorry, I'm going to keep pushing for reparations forever. That will definitely offset a lot of nonsense. But that's a whole nother conversation. But let's go to the beginning of it. Slavery ended in 1865. Slavery as we know it, it ended in 1865. From that point, you had something that was called the Freedmen's Bureau. The Freedmen's Bureau was pretty much the U.S. government was like, okay, look, we have all these formerly enslaved people. Now they're free. We have to figure out a way to educate them, to socialize them, to train them, to be a part of society, because they're no longer mere chattel property. They are persons, in theory. So that's how a lot of HBCUs came about, from grant money, the government overseeing different things. But let's not forget, you had, Plessy versus Ferguson, which was much later. But, but it set the precedent, or it acknowledged the precedent that though we had our own facilities, they were separate, but they were unequal. You know, as far as distribution of funding, HBCUs have not been given a fair shake. You know, and it's like, what frustrates me is we have just been done so wrong in so many different ways, systemically. And it's like, we're still trying to catch up. And it's like, we're mad at each other for being messed up. And it's like, how can we not be? We're still trying to heal. You know, like our family units aren't even together like they should be. So how would we expect our schools to be? I just think we need to be patient with each other. We need to move with integrity. We need to move with character. And we need to hold each other down. You know, we need to like abandon this Messiah idea that there's just going to be one person that's going to just save us. No, this is going to take a concentrated group effort as far as getting our finances together, investing in one another, holding one another accountable, holding ourselves accountable. It's going to take a group effort, and it's not going to happen overnight. But something needs to be set in motion for this to transpire. Collective uplift, compound interest. We need to come together. We've been saying this for years. Nothing I'm saying is new. I'm just saying in the midst of this conversation arising, I do understand that there are conditions that are rife within HBCUs. I do understand that there are changes that need to be made infrastructure-wise. You know, but my thing is, just a month ago, 2 months ago, y'all were hooting and hollering, talking about Deion Sanders was right. Deion Sanders did the right thing. He should have left. But my thing is, okay, how can we build something collectively together when our best and brightest leave? How can you build something when you're always having to rebuild? Deion Sanders is at Colorado. He just signed the number one cornerback in the nation, I guess. He signed with Miami, flipped his commitment, and now he's going to Colorado. My thing is, what if you brought all these top-tier recruits to Jackson State? And eventually, I think things would change. We would be the come-up. HBCUs would be the come-up. So it frustrates me. Don't on one end tell me we need to build together, but at the same time, say it's a come-up when we leave. Does that make sense? Like, I don't get it. What do y'all want? Y'all celebrating Kwanzaa, talking about Coochie Chakalia and self-determination and let's build. But for some reason, you think leaving HBCUs, oh yeah, that's what you need to do. HBCUs are so corrupt and messed up. My thing is, at what point do we change and come together for the better? You know, if we're in a perpetual rebuild, it's hard. It's hard. And I just do think that, you know, successful HBCUs, that money, you know, again, holding each other accountable, it would create more jobs, and it would bring more momentum to our communities. Everybody loves a winner. They said when LeBron James left Cleveland and went to Miami, the economy of Cleveland was negatively impacted. This one man leaving affected Cleveland's economics. So my thing is, like, at some point, like, I'm heard my dad say this 1,000 times. Many other people. Baba Hotep was a guy who took me under his wing when I was younger and taught me a lot. We're saying the same thing. It's like, why won't we do it? I mean, I know why we won't, but it's like, at this point, we know what we need to do. We need just to put the BS aside. We have to take a risk and bet on each other. And I know it's hard because it's in our DNA. It literally was beat and bred into us to not trust each other, to not love each other, to not love ourselves individually. Until we address that trauma and somebody, you know, had to take that risk, and we just put ourselves out there, we're going to be having the same conversation. My great-great-grandkids are going to be having this same conversation. You know? So, yeah, we need to abandon the Messiah complex. This is going to be a group effort. Find an HBCU to invest in. And not only that, not even just money, time, resources, whatever, what have you. You know, and I guess it's good that we're having this conversation, but I'm tired of having this conversation. At some point, we have to become more solution-based. And at this point, I know I'm sounding like a broken record. I get it. I love black people. I think the fact that we're not all walking around here in straitjackets, that we're not all just totally mentally indigent and crazy is a miracle. Because the deck has been stacked up against us, you know, in so many ways. That's why I think there's been a concentrated effort to keep us disjointed, to keep us poor, to keep us in a just disenfranchised state. It's a miracle that we haven't all lost our minds. Some of us have, but it's a miracle that all of us haven't. But yeah, my thing is, I think Ed Reed, I think his heart was in the right place. I think it was just one of them things where keeping it real went wrong. You know, but you know, if this somehow, I'm trying to think of this positively. If this somehow creates a ripple effect and it makes people pay more attention to HBCUs and it makes people want to invest in HBCUs, okay, I can live with this. But I do think Ed Reed was wrong in his presentation. I mean, hell, he apologized. You know? There definitely needs to be some in-house cleaning at HBCUs. Not even just HBCUs, our communities. Our communities in general are jacked up. So it's like the pool that HBCUs are pulling from is the black community. These are historically black colleges and universities. Our neighborhoods, our communities are disjointed. You know, so it's like on a basic cellular level, we need to start in the home. You know, we need to heal in our homes, and I think that'll reverberate to our institutions. We need to stop otherizing each other and attacking each other. Again, a lot of healing needs to be a lot of healing needs to take place. If you have yet to do so, read the book Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome by Dr. Joy DeGruy Leary. I'll put the link to that in the description box and in the comment section. It's going to take a group effort. I'm down to do the work. I've been doing the work. You know, I just think we have to look at each other as assets into one another and not competition. But these are just words, man. Until we put our boots to the ground collectively, we still going to be complaining. And we still going to be dispossessed. But it's the homie Mac, music, art, culture, knowledge, each one teach, one peace and love. Signing out from the Dogon. Thumbs up, give me the likes.